Hey, good morning. This is Bud Brown. Man, I'm excited this morning. You know, I've kind of been talking about the coincidences and synchronicity in my life and this and that. Another one. I was, how did it start? Well, I don't remember how it started, but anyway, I hadn't talked with my buddy, Paul McGill, the old dog in the Philippines, for a while. So we got together. Oh, yeah, I remember what it was. I saw his video on this young man who was a deaf young man. And of course, my ears perked up because I don't know if you know it, but at one time I wanted to be a deaf education teacher. And also I had friends that were deaf, and so I'd learned sign language. And fortunately, when I came here to the Philippines, they used the same sign language. I think I talked about this in another video. But anyway, I thought, see, Paul had moved to a new place, so I thought that these were his neighbors. So I said, hey, I want to meet that young deaf fella. And besides, I was in karate, and he was, in karate. And I recognized the kata that he did. It looked like one of the same style that I was in, Shotokan, Japanese style. So we got together for coffee. And we chit-chatted, of course, about a lot of things. But one of the things, he said, there's this fellow opening an Italian restaurant, and he's Italian, from Italy. So, oh boy, so now I'm thinking about brushing up my, Italian, because I can't say that I speak Italian. I know a few words and phrases. But when I meet someone who speaks that language natively, that's their mother tongue, then it really gives me motivation to study, because I see them in my mind's eye when I'm talking and when I'm studying and when I'm practicing. So I said, I want to go there. So he said, kind of hard to describe where it's at. Well, what's his name? So his name is Francis. So I looked it up on Facebook, and sure enough, there was his restaurant there. And I looked at the restaurant, and it looked like a house with some chairs and tables in the front yard. And it was a very beautiful house. It was a blue roof and blue fence. And I said to myself, wait a minute here. I know that house. That's where we used to live for 3 years. Over in Barangay Batingel. I passed by that place for years. So this morning, so I called Paul, and this morning, said, I'm going to go by there. I wonder if he has coffee. He said, I'll call and tell him you're coming by. And so I said, now, that deaf kid and the little girl that was in ballerina, and he had a couple, another lady that had interviewed. I said, was that your neighbors? He said, no, that's their neighbors. They had adopted, some, the little girl and the older girl, young lady, that's their housekeeper, helper. Oh my gosh. So this morning, I'm going to go over there. And I'm not too confident in my Italian, but it's going to sure give me an incentive. And I'm curious about if the lady's from here or someplace else too. And lo and behold, guess who's coming with me? Miracle! Ate Glo, my wife. So I told her, I said, you remember that blue house that we always pass by? I said, that's an Italian restaurant now. Oh, I'm going to go by and see it. Okay, good. I always enjoy it when she comes with me, but normally, I'm too boring for her, so she goes, takes off. But anyway, we're just getting ready to take off, and I wanted to give you all a little heads up on what to expect. Alrighty, talk to you later. Oh man, this is exciting! Paul said that he was going to send him a message, give him a heads up that I'm coming over. 8:30 in the morning, that's not too early. Should be up anyway. people, chica a little bit. I'm gonna have coffee, and then you're gonna go.
I'm gonna go to the guitar.
Huh?
I'm gonna go to the guitar.
No.
I stuck there, Tata, and then I'm gonna catch my tricycle.
Oh, I think you need to see the place, honey. Honey.
Nah.
Just come and say hello and goodbye, and that's it. Look at here. There's the restaurant sign. There's our vehicle we looked at. It's got 2 back seats.
Yeah, okay, I know you took that. This is the one I was looking.
Haha.
Is somebody on this also?
Look at it.
There's no tricycle here.
Honey, know that.
I'm talking about. Go, get out of here.
Sama ka?
Dad.
Hi, good morning. Siguro kilala mo yung kaibigan ko si Paul. Buongiorno! Oh, what do I say? Okay. Yeah, sure enough. This is my old neighborhood. I used to admire this blue house because it was always so pretty. And a blue roof, blue fence. And now, lo and behold, Italian restaurant. Look. The name of it is called Delicious Mini Restaurant. That's the actual name of it. And so you can see. And look at their vehicle. I don't know if you remember, but one time we looked at this just for a little bit, but it was a little bit too long and too big for us, but it's good for transportation and for a business. Yep. That's some Moto Posh. Okay, so I met the owner earlier. Look at this doorbell. And because I wanted to ask him if it was okay if I did a video. He said, yeah, no problem. So it's a real nice atmosphere, look. Tables. Music in the background. Coffee. You also have Filipino food, so that's good. Today they're going to have a buffet. I told the owner, Francis, if I could just have him introduce himself and his restaurant. He said, yeah, of course he's busy cooking right now. That's the problem with owning a restaurant. Got to get up early, start cooking. So hopefully he'll be out in a little bit, and then you can see who he is. So we'll see. I think I mentioned that they're going to have a buffet this afternoon. So it's not that far away. I might just come to it too. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is the owner of the restaurant, Francis, and you can just introduce yourself.
Ciao, ciao to everybody. Welcome to my restaurant.
Ciao
Thank
a
you,
tutti.
Ciao a tutti. Hi to everybody.
Yeah. So Francis is here, and he cooks, and he's cooking right now. That's the problem with owning a restaurant. You have to get up early. You have to start cooking.
Yeah, I love that. No problem.
You know, that's good.
If you do something with love, it's not heavy for you.
Exactly. That's a good one. Okay, everybody. So come by here, and it's okay if I. You know what I would like to do? I have a drone
Ah, yeah. Wow.
to show
Wow.
the
Yeah.
neighborhood and exactly how to get here.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So I'll get out my drone, and then I'll show you exactly how to get here. So if you're in Dumaguete or even surrounding areas, you know, Gowan, Bacong, Valencia, it'll be worth it to come down here, see Francis.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Fun. Ciao. I can see that I want to be back. Actually, he invited me back to the buffet, which it's one of those things where I like to, but jumping off the high board again, I know I'll be glad I did. So I'm just making the decision now that we'll be back at around 12 o'clock. Supposed to be a bunch of people here, so. Good.